so we can learn. All right, so everybody camera's on, and now I am going to share my screen so we should be able to see the lesson, right? Now, guys, can you see? Ms. Tangler, can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right, awesome. So we are going to be jumping into our lesson. Let me start the screen share. And guys, we're going to be focusing on a term called adjectives, okay? So let's go back one, just to make sure we understand. Now, adjectives are words that are used to describe a noun. So let's put it here. All right, so I want you guys to remember that. And of course, we have to talk about, well, what is a noun, okay? So I'll put it over here. And then I will type, let's put it in green maybe, okay? Now, a noun is, I'm sorry, put a little bit bigger. All right, so guys, I want you to listen carefully to the teacher, okay? So an adjective, they are words used to describe a noun. A noun is a person, place, or thing. So for example, I'm a teacher, so I am a noun. I'm a person. You're a student, so you're a noun. If we're talking about places, I am at home, or we can be at school. Those are nouns. Any place is a noun. If we're talking about things, laptops, computers, smartphones, glasses, those are all things, so they are nouns. So nouns are basically everything in life, okay? A person, place, or thing. Ms. Tangler, can you explain what a noun is to them, please?
ค่ะคำนามคืออะไรลูกใครตอบพี่ช่วยได้บ้าง
Okay, awesome. All right, so I'm going to write some nouns here. We have car, we have, let's say, student, and let's say house, okay? So these are nouns. Now, if we're going to use an adjective to describe them, we can say things like a big car, okay? Or we can say smart student, or we can say, let's say a small house, okay? So remember, these terms right here are what we call adjectives, okay? So adjectives, big, smart, small. Nouns will be right here, car, student, house. All right, so Ms. Tangwa, do they understand? Do you guys understand?
Yes they understand ค่ะ
Thank you so much, okay? So let's go forward and watch this video, and I want you guys to pay attention, okay?
ESL Library. Adjectives. What are adjectives? Adjectives are words that describe nouns. Adjectives can tell us information about a noun, such as the size and color. Adjectives can also tell us someone's opinion about a noun or describe how someone is feeling. For example, big cookie, yellow flowers, beautiful sunset, hungry dogs. There are two common sentence patterns for adjectives in English. The first pattern is adjective plus noun. For example, in the sentence, I have a red car, the adjective red comes before the noun car. Red describes car. The second pattern is be plus adjective. In this pattern, the adjective follows the be verb and describes the subject noun in the sentence. For example, in the sentence, the student is tired, The adjective tired follows the verb is. Tired describes student. Let's look at some more examples of adjectives in a sentence. I see a small mouse. That is an expensive car. The children are happy. The pasta is delicious. They live in a big blue house. My new boots are tall and red. Look at the picture and unscramble the words to make a sentence. Say or write the sentence. For example, the apple is red. Now you try.
All right, so now we're going to practice not only finding the adjective, but putting the sentences in the correct order. Okay, so for this sentence, we have hungry the are cats. So I need a volunteer. Who wants to help me fix this sentence and find the adjective? Which word is the adjective? So do we have any volunteers? Ms. Tangwa, could you translate to the students?
นักเรียนเรียงประโยคให้ทีเชอร์หน่อยค่ะ อันนี้มันไม่ได้เรียงประโยคมาให้ ใครลองเรียงประโยคให้ทีเชอร์ดูหน่อยค่ะ เรียงให้เป็นรูปประโยคที่ถูกต้องอะลูกแบมได้ไหมลูกก็ได้ค่ะ
Oi.
The cats are hungry.
วัตถุและตก
Very good. The cats are hungry. Now, what is the adjective in this sentence, Oi? What is the adjective in this sentence? Oi, are you there?
น้องลูกในประโยคที่น้องเรียงไปเมื่อกี้อะไรคือคำ adjective คะ
Hungry.
hungry
Very good. So the sentence would be the cats are hungry, and the adjective word will be hungry. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Oi. Let's go to the next. Adjective. All right, so now we have house, small, live in a we. Okay, now remember, I want you to do two things. I want you to put the sentence in the right order and tell me which word is the adjective. So who wants to volunteer? I need a volunteer. Who can help me with this sentence, putting it in the right order?
ปากิมเรียงประโยคให้ทีเชอร์หน่อยแล้วบอกด้วยว่าคำไหนคือคำ adjective ลูก
Thank you so much.
แบมก็ได้ลูกแบม
Again, we what?
ใครก็ได้ปากิมก็ได้แบมก็ได้เปิดไมค์ตอบหน่อยลูกปากิมใกล้ปากิม
We live in a house small.
Very good try, but the last two words. So repeat after the teacher, okay? We
ปากิมพูดตามทีเชอร์ครับ
we
We
live
we
in
live
a
in
small
a
okay? We
small house.
live in a small house. Now, what is the adjective? Which word is the adjective?
Small.
Thank you so much. Excellent job, okay? So we live in a small house and small is the adjective. All right, so let's keep going, guys. Thank you so much for volunteering. All right, they car have an expensive. Who can volunteer and help the teacher with this one? I want two things: to fix the sentence and to find the adjective. Who can help? Volunteers? They car have an expensive. Ms. Tangwa, can you choose a student? Thank you. Bam.
แบมค่ะ
They have car and expensive.
Very close, very close. But Bam, I want you to listen to the teacher. They
They
have
have
an
an
expensive
expensive
car.
car.
Very good. They have an expensive car. Now, Bam, which word is the adjective? Which word is the adjective?
Expensive.
Good. Expensive. Thank you so much, Bam. Very good job. All right, let's keep going. Very good job, Bam. They have an expensive car. All right. Is the cookie, I'm sorry, is the delicious cookie? Is the delicious cookie? Who wants to help the teacher again? Is the delicious cookie? Moji? How do I say your name?
โมจิ
Moji. All right, Moji, thank you for volunteering. What's the right order?
The cookie is delicious.
Wonderful, very good pronunciation. The cookie is delicious. Now, Moji, which word is the adjective?
Delicious.
Oh, you are amazing. Thank you so much. Good job, Moji. All right, let's keep going. The cookie is delicious. Very good work, Moji. Good pronunciation. All right. I sunset a beautiful sea. Who wants to help the teacher of this one? I sunset a beautiful sea. Let's put it in the right order. Who can help? Volunteer. I sunset a beautiful sea.
นักเรียนใครได้บ้าง EQ
Q. Okay. Q.
See beautiful sunset.
Okay. Let's repeat after the teacher. Okay. So let's say I see
See
a
a
beautiful
beautiful
sunset.
sunset.
Very good. Now, Q, which one is the adjective? Which word?
Beautiful.
Thank you so much, Q. Awesome work. Thank you, guys. I see a beautiful sunset. Good job, Q.
Thanks for watching.
All right, so you guys are amazing. Let's go to our next video. All right, now we're going to focus on comparative adjectives. These adjectives compare two or more things. So I want you guys to listen carefully and look at the examples.
ESL Library. Comparative adjectives. What are adjectives? Adjectives are words that describe nouns. Adjectives can give us information such as the size or age of a noun. Adjectives can also tell us someone's opinion about a noun or describe how someone is feeling. We use comparative adjectives to compare two people, places, or things. Comparative adjectives tell us how one noun is different from the other. For example, she is taller than him. This painting is more beautiful than that painting. My brother looks happier than my sister. How are comparative adjectives formed in English? It depends on how many syllables the adjective has. For one-syllable adjectives, we add er to the adjective. For example, short becomes shorter. If the adjective ends in a consonant-vowel-consonant pattern, we double the final consonant before adding er. For example, big becomes bigger. For two-syllable adjectives that end in y, we change y to I and add er. For example, hungry becomes hungrier, and noisy becomes noisier. For adjectives that are two syllables or more, we use the word more before the adjective. For example, modern becomes more modern, and expensive becomes more expensive.
All right, so guys, this is a very important page. If you can take a screenshot, that would be great. So it teaches us the system for using ER, IER, and more. So if it has one syllable, we simply use ER, okay? But if it has two and ends with the I or Y, we change the Y to I and add ER, okay? If it ends with the Y, we change it to I and add ER. Now, if it has two or more syllables, sometimes we just have to add the word more before the word, okay? So our options is ER, IER, or more, depending on how many syllables are in the word and the ending, okay? So if you can, take a picture of this page and let's keep going. Good job.
Some comparative adjectives in English don't follow the usual rules. For example, the adjective good becomes better in the comparative form. Bad becomes worse, and far becomes farther or further.
Okay, let's go back a little bit. All right, so this is the exception. Some words, they don't add ER or IER or more, they change to a completely different word. For example, good becomes better, bad becomes worse, far becomes farther or further, farther or
Further. The most common sentence pattern for comparative adjectives in English is subject plus verb plus comparative adjective plus than plus object. Let's look at some examples of comparative adjectives in a sentence. The blue house is bigger than the yellow house. Rock music is better than classical music. My dog is lazier than my cat. The singer is more famous than the actor.
So guys, wait 1 second here. Comparative superlatives. Let's see if we can find the superlative. Okay, good. All right, so let's focus on superlatives here. So let me erase this here. Let's go on to superlatives.
ESL Library. Superlative adjectives. What are adjectives? Adjectives are words that describe nouns. Adjectives can give us information such as the size or age of a noun. Adjectives can also tell us someone's opinion about a noun or describe how someone is feeling. We use superlative adjectives to compare three or more people, places, or things. Superlative adjectives tell us how one noun is different from the rest. For example, she is the tallest girl in the group.
Okay, so a superlative is very similar to a comparative. A comparative compares two or more things, but a superlative focuses on the extreme option, okay? Either focusing on EST, the tallest, shortest, fastest, slowest. So superlatives focus on the most extreme option, okay? So let's keep focusing on that. All right, let's continue with the video.
This painting is the most beautiful of all.
Okay, so most.
He is the happiest student in my class.
So EST.
How are superlative adjectives formed in English? It depends on how many syllables the adjective has. For one-syllable adjectives, we add the and est to the adjective. For example, short becomes the shortest. If the adjective ends in a consonant-vowel-consonant pattern, we double the final consonant before adding est. For example, big becomes the biggest. For two-syllable adjectives that end in y, we change y to I and add est. For example, hungry becomes the hungriest, and noisy becomes the noisiest. For adjectives that are two syllables or more, we use the words the most before the adjective. For example, modern becomes the most modern, and expensive becomes the most expensive.
All right, so very good. So this is the new system for superlatives. So if you guys can take a picture, that'll be perfect to help you remember. Ms. Tanghua, if you could tell them to take a screenshot.
ทีเชอร์เด็กๆคะกฎการเปลี่ยน superlative นะคะ อันนี้คือ3ข้อหลัก ถ้าคนไหนสามารถแคปหน้าจอได้นั่นแคปหน้าจอไว้เลยนะคะ จะได้ไม่ลืมนะลูกนะ
Thank you so much. Okay, so it's similar because if it has one syllable, instead of adding ER, we add EST. So shortest, biggest. Okay, with biggest, we add a G. If it has two syllables and it ends with the Y, we change the Y to an I and we add EST. Like we did with the comparative, we change the Y to an I and add ER. So it's very similar. And of course, if it has two or more syllables, we can add the word most instead of more, okay? So I want you guys to remember that. Sure. And let's keep going.
ESL Library.
Let's go forward here. All right, so we have noisy, okay? So I need someone to volunteer. How do we change noisy into a superlative? Do we add EST, IEST, or most? Who can help me? Who can volunteer? Anyone can volunteer and help me? What goes here? All right, Bam.
Noisiest.
Very good. Noisiest. So the I becomes, or what the Y becomes an I. So let's watch it. Thank you, Bam. The noisiest. Very good. All right, so we have dangerous. Okay, so what happens to dangerous? Do we add EAST? Do we add IEST, or do we put most? Who can help us with dangerous? Okay. Pagum. What's the answer? Go ahead.
The more dangerous.
Okay, the most. How do I say your name? Is it Pagum? Did I say your name correctly? Is Pagum correct?
ปากิม
Pagim, thank you. Okay, very good job. the most dangerous. Wonderful. Okay. So you guys understand the grammar. Now we have bad. What happens with bad? Who wants to tell us? Remember, some words change completely. Who can volunteer and help me with the word bad as a superlative? What does bad change to? Anybody? Bad becomes, all right, so I'll play it. Worse. The worst, okay?
Thanks for watching.
All right, so good job. Let's go to the next. And now, I think we covered this video yesterday, okay? And we don't have to go through it again. So let's go to our worksheet. Let's jump to our worksheet. So let's click this here. Everybody, I want you to take out your worksheet. And yep, this should be correct. Let me make sure. Hold on 1 second. Yep, this is your worksheet. All right, guys, so have your worksheets out.
นักเรียนหยิบเวิร์กชีทขึ้นมาค่ะลูก หน้านี้เราทำไปหรือยังนะ แบมเราทำหน้านี้ไปหรือยังลูก
ทำไปแล้วค่ะ
โอเค teacher ค่ะ this page we finished on last Wednesday already.
Okay, so what do they do now? We just go through with the videos or they finish? Wait,
No,
give me,
we can go continue on the next page.
all right, so right here.
น้องแบมอันนี้เราอ่านไปหรือยังคะ
อ่านไปแล้ว
อ่า
ค่ะ
นไปแล้ว โอเค this one we read already. Maybe the next one.
Okay,
Yes,
you completed this?
yes. We answered already. อันนี้เราทำไปยังแบม
ทำแล้วค่ะ
Yes, this one already ค่ะ teacher. Maybe the next one. This one.
And
อันนี้อ่ะ
อันนี้ก็ทำแล้วค่ะ
Yes, finished already.
I hope you guys have it in your books, okay?
And
So this is the end of the lesson. So do we just do everything again? Do we go through it all again?
so we can review the passage and review this one again.
Okay, so go back here. Let's go back to the passage, okay?
เด็กๆเดี๋ยวเราจะรีวิว passage อีกรอบหนึ่งนะลูก โอเคไหม
All right, so because you guys read this already, we're gonna focus on your reading skills and we're gonna focus on new vocabulary, okay? So thank you so much for having your work done. And I need a volunteer to help me read this section here. Let's zoom in. Let's make it a little bit bigger so we can read. Hold on 1 second, guys. All right, so I need someone to read this part here. Who wants to volunteer to read? All right, who wants to read with the teacher?
ใครจะอาสาอ่านพารากราฟแรกให้ทีเชอร์คะยกมือเยี่ยมหมดเลยน้องแบมก็ได้ลูกน้องแบมน้องแบมค่ะ
Good practice. Who wants to practice some reading?
แบม
ทั้งหมดที่คุณครูเขาวง
ใช่
ใช่ไหม
ใช่
คะ
ค่ะอ่านในกรอบสีเหลืองนี่เลยค่ะ ที่ทีเชอร์
Alright,
เขา
so
ตีกรอบไว้
let's start right here. What makes?
What makes smartphones smart? All cell phones make calls and send text messages, but smartphones can't get the internet. We use smartphones to get information and answer questions. We use them to read the news. Smartphones are an amazing invention.
Okay. All right, so very good reading, Bam. I want you to say some words with me, okay? So let's say smart, smart.
Smart.
Good. Text, text.
Text.
Good. Get, get.
Get.
Get, get.
Get.
Good. Questions.
Questions.
Good, good. Smartphones.
smartphones.
Good. Amazing. Amazing.
Amazing.
Wonderful. Inventions. Inventions.
Invention.
Thank you so much. Very good reading, okay? All right. Now, let's go down a little bit. Let's erase this. Thank you so much, Bam. I'm going to erase this here, and then we're going to find a new volunteer to read. All right, so I need someone to read this section here, the second part. Who wants to volunteer? Who can read? Okay, thank you, Oi. Smartphones.
Smartphone can do many things. They can talk to your TV. They can tell your TV to record show. They can even turn the TV off when you are not home.
Okay, very good, okay. So let's read this together. So TH is things.
Things,
Wonderful. Shows.
shows,
S. Shows.
shows,
Good. Now, this is not you are, it's your.
you,
Okay, so this is you are. Okay, so it's different. This is you are, this is your. Okay?
your,
Say not.
not,
Very good. Awesome job. Thank you so much. Okay. And let's go down a little bit more. And I need someone to volunteer and read the last paragraph. It's a big one. Who wants to be brave enough to read this? Who wants to help me with this?
ขออีกคนนึงค่ะ ใครจะอ่านพารากราฟนี้คะ
Don't be scared. I'm going to help you read. Who could read this? You can.
อะไรนักเรียนใครจะอ่านพารากราฟนี้ให้ทีเชอร์เร็ว
We got to practice, guys. Thank
โอ
you
เค
so
นี่
much.
นี่
Nini.
You can also use smartphones at school. You can use your smartphones on your own and share it in a group. It can help you study and learn new things. Smartphones can also take you on virtual visits to museums, parks, and other places around the world.
Very good. Very good. Okay. All right. Now let's say at.
At,
Own.
own,
Help.
help,
Virtual.
virtual,
Good. Virtual. Visits.
visits,
Places.
places,
Places. Places.
places,
Wonderful. Now, what about this here? What's that? You understand what that is? You understand? So that is an exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. So whenever you see this, you have to read very loud with strong emotions. So smartphones can also take you on virtual visits to museums, parks, and other places around the world. So that's what an exclamation mark is. Okay, so I'll write it here. So exclamation mark. All right, so I'm sorry, let's fix that. Exclamation mark. Now, Ms. Tangwa, could you explain this to them? Exclamation mark. They have to read with strong emotion.
เครื่องหมายตกใจนะคะในภาษาอังกฤษเนี่ยเราเรียกว่า exclamation mark นะคะหรือภาษาไทยเราเรียกว่าเครื่องหมายอะไรลูกอัศเจรีใช่ปะเราเรียกว่าเครื่องหมายอัศเจรีใช่ไหมทีนี้เวลาเราเจอเครื่องหมายแบบเนี้ยใน past tense ภาษาอังกฤษอะค่ะนักเรียนจะต้องอ่านไอ้คำนั้นอะให้มันเสียงดังให้มัน louder ให้มันดูแบบ ให้มันดูตื่นเต้นอะไรแบบเนี้ยค่ะ เข้าใจไหมคะ
เข้าใจ
เข้าใจค่ะ
So you read that with strong emotion a little bit louder, okay? Now, before we go down, I want to ask you guys a quick question, okay? Let's put it in green. And I want you guys to think. Okay, let's put it over here. All right, so the question I have is, what can we do at or with? So I'm going to circle something and I need someone to tell me, what can we do, okay? So right here we have museums. What can we do at a museum? So Ms. Tangwa, can you translate? Somebody tell me, what can we do at a museum?
What can we do at the museum right
Yes.
นั่นเองค่ะที่เชอร์ถามว่าเวลาเราไปมิวเซียมเราไปทำอะไรได้บ้าง
What can we do at a museum?
เวลาเราไปมิวเซียมไปพิพิธภัณฑ์เนี่ยเราไปทำอะไรหนึ่งคือไปทำไม
ไปดู
ไปดูโอเคไป visit ใช่ไหมคะแล้วก็
What can we
watch
we could learn about history. What else can we do at a museum? What can we see?
แล้วเราจะเห็นอะไรบ้างในมิวเซียม
One. All right. So I'll give. What can we do with smartphone? What can we do with the smartphone?
ถ่ายรูปได้ไหมอะคะ
What can we do with the smartphone?
ได้เอาไว้ take a photo ก็ได้หนูตอบทีเซอร์เลยลูก
take a picture
take a
Take
picture
pictures. Okay. Anything else? Take pictures. That's it.
learn ใช่ไหมเราสามารถเรียนออนไลน์ได้ใช่ไหม
Okay. So we can take pictures. Whose microphone is that? Pictures. We can learn. What else can we do with a smartphone? Pictures and learn. That's it. SMS. You can communicate. Okay. We can record. Now, going back to museum, what else can we do with the museum? What can we do with the museum? We can also learn about history. Okay. All right, so we got that. Let's go forward. Let's continue reading. All right, let's go down here. All right, so I need a volunteer reader for the next section. Okay, so who wants to read this? Some of the newest. Who could read?
กิมอ่านได้ไหมลูก
ผมเหรอครับ
ครับ
Some of the new smartphone to talk to toys, cars, and toy helicopters. You can use smartphones to tell toys what to do. Both children and
adult
adults like to play with these toys.
All right, very good try. Thank you. Okay, so let's say together, newest, newest. Are you there?
Newest,
Thank you. Newest, newest.
newest,
Smartphones, smartphones.
smartphones,
Smart, T, smart. Smart.
smart,
Good. Okay. Do.
smart,
Good. Do. do both. Both.
both
TH. Both. 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 Try again.
both
Good. Adults. Adults.
adults
Like. Like.
like
Good. These. These.
these
Good. And don't forget the exclamation. Helicopters. Louder.
พิมพ์อ่านแล้วทำเสียงเหมือนทีเชอร์ลูก
helicopter
Good. Good with the S. All right. Very good. Thank you so much. Okay. And let's go to our last section. Let's do this one. Who wants to help me reading this part? There are, I need a volunteer. Thank you, Oi.
There are many apps for smartphone made for children. You can play games with your friends or share pictures.
Okay. Very good. Okay. So let's say this again. Children. Children.
Children,
Children.
children
Good. With.
with
Good. Pictures. Pictures.
pictures,
S. Pictures.
pictures.
Thank you. Wonderful job. Thank you for volunteering again. Very good work. Okay. And let's go down here. And the last paragraph. Who is brave enough to try? Who wants to help with the last paragraph? Anybody? Bam. Thank you, Bam. Let's go. Smartphones.
Smartphones are great for all people, young and old. They are fun, they can help, and there are new things smartphones can do every day.
Wonderful. Okay. So let's say great.
Great,
Help.
help,
A stronger P. Help.
helped.
Good, very good, awesome, okay? All right, good, good, good. Now, let's focus on one question, okay? All right, and I'm gonna write it here, and I need at least 2 volunteers. All right, so how can smartphones help us? So Ms. Tengwa, can you translate this question? How can smartphones help us?
นี่คะ How can smartphone tell us คือหมายถึงhelp us สมาร์ทโฟนช่วยอะไรเราได้บ้างลูก
เสิร์ชหาคำที่ไม่รู้จัก
ช่วยหาคำที่โอเค find the word
Okay, so word search. Anything else? I'll give you an idea, okay? In America, it's 911. I'm not sure what it is in Thailand. If we need help, hospitals, anything else? How else can smartphones help us?
มีอะไรอีกลูก
What if we get lost? We don't know how to get home. What can we do?
ใช้ดูแผนที่เวลาหลงทาง
We have GPS for directions. What else?
Yes.
How else can a smartphone help us? Anybody else? That's it?
booking
Okay, good.
the ticket.
Okay, good. Booking tickets. Okay, so there's so many things that smartphones can do. Thank you so much for helping us. Okay, and let's go down to the next part. Okay, just to make sure we got it, I want you guys to help me circle either true or false. Let's make sure that you have the right answer in your book. Okay, so for number one, the question is, all phones are smartphones. Is this true or false? Who can tell me? Bam, oi, anybody? Are all phones smartphones?
Oh,
No? Okay, very good. So let's make sure we have false here, okay? So false would be no. Number two, smartphones help you at school. Is that true or false?
true.
Okay, very good. It is true. They can help you define words, research words.
ออกมาแล้วทำงานต่อเลย
Number three,
พี่คุย
phones are only for young people. Is this true or false?
False.
Good. Okay, false. Old people can use them also. All right, so now I'm going to ask you a thinking question. We're going to think, okay? So let's go to number three. How can smartphones help old people? Who can help me? How can they help old people? So Ms. Tangwa, can you translate? How can they help old people?
โอเคนั่นเองค่ะแล้วสมาร์ทโฟนเนี่ยเขาช่วย old people ก็คือหมายถึงผู้สูงอายุหรือว่าช่วยผู้สูงอายุได้ยังไงบ้างอะลูก old people ในที่เนี้ยหนูคิดว่าเขาช่วยยังไงช่วยยังไงได้บ้าง
How can they help old people? No one knows? Okay, they can help you stay connected with family. Okay. They can help in emergencies if they get hurt. All right, so there are two common ways. They can stay connected with family, okay? And if you get hurt, they can also help you in that aspect, okay? Ms. Tangwa, can you translate these last two? And that'll be it for today.
โอเคค่ะเด็กๆคะที่เชอร์ถามว่า how can they old people ก็คือมันช่วยคนสูงอายุยังไงบ้างใช่ไหมคะหนึ่งคือ stay connect with family ก็คือช่วยให้เราแบบติดต่อสื่อสารกับครอบครัวได้นะคะแล้วก็ with emergency if hurt ก็คือในกรณีฉุกเฉินถ้าเจ็บไข้ได้ป่วยสมมติว่าลื่นล้มอะไรอย่างเงี้ยไอ้เจ้าสมาร์ทโฟนตัวเนี้ยก็ยังช่วยให้ผู้สูงอายุเนี่ยเขาสามารถที่จะโทรไปหน่วยงานฉุกเฉินหรือขอความช่วยเหลือจากคนรู้จักได้นะลูก
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Tangwa. All right, so you guys did very, very good today. I want you to make sure that all of the answers are written in your books. Make sure all of your books are fully completed. And I want you to practice everything that we covered today, okay? All right, so let me stop share here. Can you guys understand?
นักเรียน
Yes.
Good. Thank you so much, Ms. Tangwa, for helping. I'll see you in the next class. You guys keep practicing. Bye-bye.
thank you ค่ะ teacher
Goodbye,
เด็กๆ thank you teacher ด้วยค่ะลูก
Goodbye, teacher.
Thank you.
Bye,
Good
teacher.
teamwork. Good teamwork.